Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to an episode of the San Diego Padres rebuild here on MLB The Show 24. That is right, we continue on. Last episode, we had opening day in South Korea, and we won that game 5-4. Pretty impressive, if I have to say so myself. But then we simulated the rest of the series against the Dodgers, which was only one more game. We lost that one 3-0, kind of embarrassing. Then we simulated the series against the Giants, which is the first official series of the Major League season when everybody else is playing. And we took that series 3-1. So we sit right now at 4-2 on the year. And today, we're not going to really be doing any traditional episode. We're not going to be playing one singular game and then simulating a couple of weeks. We're going to be simulating the entire episode and then jumping in a few different games because we have that custom game entry condition thing going right now. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Also, I might make a trade. I haven't thought about it fully. I'm not 100% sure if I want to make a trade yet or not, since we are only, 6 games into the MLB season. But I kind of want to make a trade. I want to spice some things up. We've got some young talent on this team, but I kind of want to get a little bit younger. I kind of want to move some fat contracts that we have, kind of like Xander Bogaerts, even though he leads the league in something. I don't know what he's leading the league in. Probably, if I had to guess, maybe he leads the league in OPS. I mean, I don't know what he's leading the league in. He's leading in something. But we can move on from him. We could send Yu Darvish somewhere, because Yu Darvish, I don't know if he's going to be the guy for us. He had a good outing his first time out, but I don't know if Yu Darvish is going to be the guy, if we're being totally honest. He's 37. 37. He might be a deadline move, though. He might be a deadline move, if I'm being totally honest. But I don't know. I was just thinking maybe we should make a trade. Maybe there's somebody out there in the universe that wants a trade, like Jackson Holiday. Maybe we could bring Jackson Holiday to the team. What's the suggested trade for him? Jackson Merrill and Dylan Lesko. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But that's funny that they want my two of my best players. It's understandable since Jackson Holiday is one of their best players, one of their best young players at least. The rest of the trade block looks interesting. PCA is a cool one. We had him in the other series, I think. We had him in the Royal series and the minors, I'm pretty sure. So we should probably stay away from him for right now. Dustin May's intriguing. He's in AAA right now. Very, very interesting. But I don't really think that there's anybody on the trade block as of right now that I want to get. Maybe I can make my own trade. Maybe there's somebody around the league that I could want. I have had my eye on Luis Robert. I thought that could be pretty fun. I don't know how hard he'd be to get. They want Jackson Merrill. So they want 3 potential players, 2 young prospects, and then Yu Darvish to match the contract, I would assume. Oh, no. He has a cheap contract. Okay, so I don't know why they would want Yu Darvish. Since Yu Darvish is in the first year of his 5-year deal, that's $18 million, and it's probably going to get even bigger. Oh, no, it stays at 18. Okay, so that's a strange one. I guess just because that makes the money look right on the books. I have no idea. But Luis Robert is an option that I've thought about. I love the fact that Garrett Crochet is now a starter. You guys know how I feel about Garrett Crochet. I love me some Garrett Crochet. One of my favorite pitchers to use, mainly in the bullpen, but now he's a starter, which makes it even more interesting. But we could go for Luis Robert. That'd be an interesting one. I've always had my eye on him. I thought that could be pretty fun. What about who else could be pretty fun to have? I want to go for guys that I've never really gone after before, as I've mentioned before in this. So Josiah Gray just got lit up by the Reds. I just watched the opening. When I'm recording this, I just watched the opening day Reds Nationals game, and Josiah Gray did not have a good start. Let's just say that right there. But who else? There's a player. Yeah, here he is, Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz is supposed to be like a really good prospect for the Nationals, and I thought that could be pretty fun to have on our squad to boost our minor league system. They want Ethan Salas. Well, I'm not going to give you Ethan Salas, I don't think, because he's our prospect catcher. But I could give you Kyle Higashioka. Higashioka? I don't know how to say his name. I could give you him since he's 33 years old. I bet you like that. And then I could also give you Tucupita Maracano. And I could give you Tyler Wade, how's that? No, they don't like any of that. Okay. How can I get this across without giving up anything of value? Probably not going to be able to unless I have to. I probably do have to give up something worthy of Dylan Cruz. And if I go to the Yankees have a player that I like too, Spencer Jones. Apparently Spencer Jones is like the next Aaron Judge. Now I don't know if that's true. I think the only reason they say that is because he's 6'7", but he's got a lot of power, I heard, and so that could be a pretty fun little grab. I don't know if he's going to be possible to get. What do I have to suggest? We don't have anybody that they want. So they must value Spencer Jones a whole lot. Interesting. What about if I throw both of these guys together? Jason Dominguez. I like Jason Dominguez. I guess the Yankees don't like anything I have. I'll give you Brad Miller. I'll give you Tyler Wade. Oh, it's because they don't have any money. That's why. The Yankees have $0. That's why they're not giving me any suggestions. That makes more sense. I don't think I'm going to make a trade in this episode. I'm just kind of thinking out loud and just kind of going through some of the things I might try to do in the future. Obviously, we're probably going to be sellers at the deadline, even though we're 4-2 right now. Who knows how good we're going to be. Let's start simulating here. If we need to jump in to a game, we certainly can. Oh, speak of the devil, we have a situation right here with De Los Santos on the mound, runners on first and second, Tommy Edman at the plate, and the home team is up by 1, which is us. In the top of the 9th, 2 outs. Should we jump in to end the game? I think we might have to. All right, here we go. De Los Santos, let's get this bread, brother. In the immortal words of RBT. Top of the 9th, 2 outs. There's the circle change to Kim. Ha-Seong Kim underneath, and that's the ball game. The Padres defeat the Cardinals. And it looks like Dylan Cease, the new addition, the new Padre, coming over from Chicago. Got the win. Love to see it. All right, that was a quick one. That's nice. Jay Cronenworth had a home run? I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. You don't have any pop. Big W, though. Ooh, we lose to the Cardinals the next game, and now it's a possible top of the 9th, 2-out situation. I'm going to simulate to the end of this game. I don't know what's going to happen. The Cardinals defeat us. Okay, so that's kind of upsetting, but we move forward. Big games. Ooh, Camilo Doval, my favorite closer. You guys know how I feel about Camilo Doval. Let's jump in here. We're down by 1. Top of the 9th, nobody out. Camilo Doval on the mound. Let's go make him pay. Fernando Tatis is at the plate. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? And Tatis with a home run! Oh my mom! Fernando Tatis Jr., the face of the franchise. First pitch swinging, blown, save by Camilo Doval. Sweet Mother Mary, that was a home run. That's kind of insane. All right, now that we got that done, let's see if we can quick manage the rest of this game. We came in, we saw it, we got it done. They have go in the game, excuse me. Let's bring in Robert Suarez and try to seal the deal here in the bottom of the 9th. Jung-Ho Lee, the new addition to the Giants, is up to lead off 2, 3, and 4. This is going to be pretty tricky. It's not guaranteed that we can win this game, even though we have the 1-run lead. Let's see if we can strike out Jung-Ho Lee here. There's the circle change. Ooh, that was a little bit higher than I wanted it. A little bit higher than I wanted it. We'll go slider away. See if we can get it. Nope. He didn't chase after it. 1-2 pitch. Quick counts are obviously not on. And, oh, that's got to be strike 3, ump. And Suarez was having a word with the umpire. That has to be strike 3. I don't know how they didn't call that. Not getting the benefit of the doubt. A lot of pitches already for Suarez on this one at bat. Cronenworth playing first base. We'll step on the bag. Wilmer Flores. He's still in the league? Oh, that's... It looks like this umpire does not like the bottom of the zone. And then Suarez wildly misses that cutter. Hardly know her. There's the fastball back up the middle. Suarez couldn't grab it or go into Merrill's glove. And that's a 1-out single for Wilmer Flores. What are we doing here, boys? What are we doing here? That was just supposed to go to the cutoff man. Oh, no. Flores gets to second on the error. What are we doing? It was supposed to be a little throw to the cutoff man, and all of a sudden it's an error. Unbelievable. Jorge Soler's up. He's supposed to be the final out, but instead, there's a runner on second, and he's still at the plate with 1 out. I'm going to need Robert Suarez to be a little bit more accurate here. This is why I'm looking to replace him at closing pitcher for the long run of this series. Oh, that's a big strikeout, though, and Soler is real mad. Ooh, we got the trophy. Strike a batter out by throwing at least 4 different types of pitches in the same at-bat. You know I'd be like that sometimes. Mike Yastrzemski, at one point, thought to be the savior of San Francisco. By some, maybe not by all, but by some. His career really hasn't panned out for him, you could say. He's been a fine player. He's a serviceable MLB player. And let's get the final out here. Circle chains. He barely makes contact with it. You could say he foul tipped. 1-2 slider. Got him swinging. Suarez ends it. And that's the ball game. Fernando Tatis comes in, hits the 2-run bomb to give the Padres the lead in the top of the 9th, blowing the save of Camilo Doval. And then Suarez comes in to shut the door. Boom! Fernando. He knew it right away, too. He knew it right away. You love to see it. That's a big W. We needed that. We needed to get back in the win column, get some huge W's. Absolutely necessary. I can't wait for the draft to start coming up. We should be able to get scouting, right? It still says it's locked. We should be able to get open up the scouting. I don't know why we can't. I can't even... Can I go to my coaches? Hold on. Staff contracts, scouts. Here we go. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to be because I might need to hire somebody new. So our current scouts are Herbert Parker, Chase Miles, and Tommy Newton. But I don't want these guys. We have $38,000 in our remaining scout budget. But I want somebody. Chase Miles is not good enough. He's going to have to get fired. Sorry about that, Chase. So you're going to get fired. And I want... Ooh, Andrew Snow. He's a little expensive, but he's got 97 on his position players and his 85 on discovery. We've got... Is there somebody that's super well-rounded? I mean, Wallace Yan? He's really well-rounded. I think I'll just take him and fire Chase Miles. We'll do that. And then we can find... I want to find somebody that's, like, really good at one thing. So, it looks like... Let's see. Is there anybody else down here that's super good at, like, one specific thing? I need, like, discovery and then a player. Like, okay, so efficiency and pitcher for Rob Spencer is not bad. But you got 96 discovery. That might be nice to have because our highest discovery other than Jan is 74. So, although Tommy Newton has 96 on the pitchers, maybe we should keep Tommy Newton around for the pitchers. And then efficiency for Herbert Parker is not bad, but we could get that a little bit higher. Let's look for somebody who has really, really good efficiency, like Sidney Ramiro. But Sidney Ramiro doesn't look much better than Herbert Parker, except for the efficiency is slightly higher. We could go with... Ooh, Bernie McManus has 92 efficiency and 85 position player. And 75 discovery. I think Bernie McManus might be the better of the two options. So we will fire whoever that was. Herbert Parker, I think was the name. And we will hire that. So I think we're going to keep Tommy Newton around because the 96 pitching, 83 position players, that's a pretty decent scout. And then we will add Bernie McManus and Wallace Yan to the staff, the scouting staff, and we will probably use Wallace to discover position players, I would assume. Maybe we should use Tommy to discover pitchers and then just efficiency on Bernie, like discover like certain position players. We'll figure it out, but I think that's what our scout's going to be. I don't know when it's going to open up, though. It should be open up pretty soon. I mean, we're already, like, what, a week or so into the season? So we should be open. Ooh! Speaking of trades earlier in the episode, Padres, or the Athletics, are offering me a trade. So they want Robert Perez Jr. Robert Perez? He's a 59 overall C potential prospect, 23 years old. Probably doesn't have a future with us. And they want to give me Carlos Perez, D potential. Yeah, I would probably do this if it was for somebody, even like Daniel Suzak, I would consider. but I'm not going to take... No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, Athletics. You already suck enough. I don't need to do that. So Machado needs a triple for the cycle. Yeah, that's not going to happen. We do get the win, but Machado's not getting the triple. Today, okay, here we go. Yes, perfect. So we get our first time to do scouting. This is exactly what I want to do. We need first base. We need closing pitcher, but I'm going to work on that in a trade, probably not in drafting. We need left field, pretty much all the corner outfield spots except for all the outfield spots except for right field because that's Tatis. Starting pitcher certainly we could use. All right, yeah, I already know how to do this. All right, so our positional needs, we already know about this. We need, we could definitely use some starting pitcher. We could certainly use some bullpen help, but I'm not going to do that in drafting. I'll probably just do that in trades as well or free agency. And then we definitely need some outfield help. So starting pitcher, first base, left field, I'm fine with those. Our priority number 1, okay, so we need to figure out what are we going to do here. So Bernie McManus is really good at efficiency and position players. So we want him to efficiently scout a prospect. So this is the first look at the prospects in this class. And it looks like the best player in the class is Christopher Montenegro. Now remember, we're the Padres, so we're not going to have a top pick. We have pick number 25. We have pick number 25, but Christopher Montenegro, 5'9" at third base. Ugh, maybe he's not as good as what I thought. 5'9", that's crazy. Julian Dominguez, or Julian, it could be Julian since he's from Cuba. He's 6 foot, he's a right fielder. He's got decent speed, looks like. Okay, but we're going to need to focus a little bit further down because we're obviously not going to be drafting or in a position to draft any of these guys. So we need to look more so in this range. Andy Melton could be good, but our guy is position player. So Andy Melton's not the guy for us, for this guy at least. Who else could it be, though? I do want to scout Andy Melton because he could be pretty decent. Willie Chavez looks okay. What about this guy? This guy's got super low overall. He's super fast, though. Or at least he could be super fast. He looks like a very good defensive player. Pedro Casilla. Decent pitcher. Looks like there could be some really good pitchers in this class. That's what I'm noticing right now. But I don't know if there's a guy here. Man, there's all these starting pitchers. I'm not in starting pitchers. There's just a bunch of recommended pitchers for us. They have a lot of recommended pitchers because obviously those are the positions that I put in here. But I want a guy. Who's going to be our first round guy? Let me go to pitchers. So prior to number 1, who has the pitchers? It's Tommy Newton. That's right. So we want Tommy Newton to be focusing on starting pitching. And Tommy Newton is going to look at... Who's he going to look at? He's going to look at... Ooh, this guy could be decent too. We'll scout him. But he's going to look at Andy Melton first. Yeah, you scout Andy Melton. And then prior to number 2, we will have... He's got really good discovery. So we're going to have discovering new prospects. And he discovers position players better. So he's going to scout infielders from the East. No, from International. You're going to scout infielders, International, and then Bernie McManus is good at position players, so he's going to scout probably Jorge Murillo, I would guess, because he could be pretty decent. I mean, he's got all the power you want at 5'11", though. Kind of unfortunate. But I want to find out how good he actually is, so that's going to be our first week of scouting. We're going to finalize that report and then keep on moving. Bases are juiced. That's a tough situation. Good luck with that, Waldron. Dylan Cease has elbow inflammation. That's not good. Looks like he's only going to be out for a game or 2, though. Lucas Dunn injured. Another bases loaded situation. What are we doing here, boys? Why are we getting bases loaded situations? Dylan Cease is back. That's good. Another situation that we're tough in. Padres get the W, though. That's nice. Another injury. Oh, here we go. This is the kind of thing that I want to jump in. We're down by 2. This time, our bases are loaded. Cronenworth's on third. Bogarts is on second. Hassan Kim is on first. Hector Neris comes in against Jose Azocar. Let's jump in and see if we can help the team get a W here in the bottom of the 8th. All right, here we go. It is game time. Hector Neris on the mound against Jose Azocar. And I'm first pitch swinging because that's what I do. All right, I can't believe that I got so lucky with that Fernando Tatis home run. That was kind of crazy, but we'll see what I can do here. That's a decent pitch. I didn't get around it enough, and that's going to be the inning. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped in. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped in. That's kind of ugly, and it looks like we lose the game. Okay, that's all right. I mean, you win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. That's the point of a rebuild. You can't win every single game. We lose to the Dodgers. Cronenworth is on an 11-game hit streak. I believe in you. We get the win, and now we've got some more scouting to do. So we know that Andy Melton is not as good as I was hoping for. At least his overall is not going to be good. He could be very good potential-wise, but his overall is good. He's going to be a project, that's for sure. And we're still scouting more players, it looks like. International. And then Jorge Murillo. Actually, he's from Virginia, so could it be George? It could be George, I guess. I'll keep him in a little bit longer. We'll find out. Let's find out a little bit more about those. Keep simulating. Wandy Peralta's on the mound, down by 2. And we will simulate, and we won the game. All right, beautiful. We're 10-10 right now. A little shaky. A little shaky. What the heck? Oh, we were wearing the different uniforms. Kim needs a triple to hit for the cycle. You know what? I will jump in and help. I think Kim has an opportunity to hit for the cycle, so we will try. All right. Ha-Seong Kim. Can he hit for the cycle here at Petco Park? Not swinging to that one. You're not going to get me on that BS. Don't worry. I'm better than that. Come on, Ha-Seong Kim. I need you to hit the triple here. There we go. Power swing. Ooh, okay. A little bit late. A little bit late. I haven't played Padres baseball in a while. Got to get the timing back. Don't worry about a thing. Oh, that was low. That was bad. That was bad. I will admit. Shouldn't have gone after that one. That one was poor etiquette. Oh, that one has a chance. In front of the center fielder. No! If he drops that, that's a triple. Absolutely. We get the win, which is nice, but if that goes past him, I could have easily hit the triple there. I'm sorry, Kim. I couldn't get it for you. I tried. I tried my best. All right, so we do get the win against Toronto, and we have another week of scouting. All right, so we have 100% on this dude, Andy Melton. He is going to be a project, but for pick number 25, he could be good. He throws gas. Like right off the bat, he's got 94 to 99 pitch velocity. He's an interesting prospect, that is for sure. And then we know 95% on Jorge Murillo. He looks like he's going to be really, really good contact-wise. He's got a little bit of pop to him. Good vision. Can't really defend that well at all, and he's super slow. I don't know why he has out as right field as his secondary position. He cannot play that. But I feel like we know a little bit about him. He might be a nice second-round pick, I guess. And it looks like we scouted 2 new infield prospects from the International. So we're going to take out Andy Melton, change the prospect, and we will put somebody else in there for him. It will probably be... It's not going to be a closing pitcher, not going to be a relief pitcher. It'll probably be... I do like Willie Chavez. I kind of want to know a little bit more about him. So it might be him. Let's do Willie Chavez. I kind of want to know a little bit about him. And we'll take Murillo out because we already know about Murillo. And we will look to scout. We can't really scout anybody this early because we're just not going to... It's going to be a waste. We're not going to know... Or we're not going to get him anyway. So why waste our scouting on them? Let's scout Shane Bagley. That guy could be quite the player. I mean, he right off the bat, he looks amazing. But obviously, we only have 5% scouted on him. So we don't know. So let's cancel that scouting assignment. Wallace Yon is good at discovering position players. We're going to scout a new position. We're going to scout third baseman in the Central. You're going to go do that, okay? All right. Finalize the week. Let's get moving on. We've got a home team up by 1, which is us. First and second, Springer's at the mound or at the plate. Suarez is on the mound. I don't know why he's in the game in the 8th inning. We lost the game anyway, so. Wandy Peralta's back. Ooh, Joe Musgrove has a shutout going late in the game. Finish it off. Don't mind if I do. Chris Bryant at the plate. Nobody out, bottom 9. Joe Musgrove in Coors Field. How he's not allowed any runs at Coors Field is pretty impressive, if I'm being honest. Especially with guys like Chris Bryant who play for the Rockies. Now, the Rockies, I understand, are not that great of a team. They could have been my team. They could have been my rebuild team for this season. I thought about it long and hard. I thought about them, the Nationals, and the Padres, obviously. And the Giants. I thought about the Giants, too. But then I decided on the Padres because I wanted something different. I didn't want to rinse and repeat bad baseball team like the past 2 years with the Reds and the Royals. Now, obviously, the Reds in real life are decent right now, which is nice to see since I'm a Reds fan. But the Royals are going to suck, I would assume at least. And so I didn't want to have a third straight team, even though there are some good options for bad baseball teams in 2024 this year. I didn't want to have a third straight team that I had to rebuild from scratch. I wanted to take a team that was already... And I mean, the Padres rebuild is kind of its own thing because the Padres aren't necessarily a bad baseball team. They're probably not going to win like 80 or 90 games, I wouldn't think. I mean, they might win 90. They might win 80 games, depending on how good they play. But the whole point about the Padres rebuild is the fact that they have gone... Oh, they're going to pull Musgrove? That's disappointing. We get the win, though. He kept the shutout. Good job. But the whole point about the Padres rebuild is that they've gone all in multiple times. They had Juan Soto at one point, and now all that's gone. They got a couple expensive contracts, and they're kind of in a weird spot, so I kind of wanted to see what I could do with them. Jackson Merrill is up, and we're down by 2. Let's jump in. All right, Jackson Merrill, you're the future of the franchise. Fernando Tatis may be the face of the franchise, but you are the future. And I need you to dominate. Go, go, get down, get down. That's not gonna, but I'm gonna send the runner to third, and I think he might get thrown out. He does. That's a double play. Wow, I did not think he'd get thrown out there. Well, that's just bad base running. That is what you call bad base running right there. And Machado will foul tip the slurve. Come on, Manny. Manny Machado. There we go. That's a grounder up the middle. I'm sending him to third. I may have just got thrown out on bad base running, but I don't care. I don't learn my lessons. There we go. Good job, Machado. Pinch runner situation. Do we have a fast guy? We do. We have a Azukar. Let's put him on there. Might as well. It's top of the 9. This is the final out anyway. Come on, Tatis. I need you to do what you did in San Francisco. Oh, I was super early on that. Or no, I was too late. I mean, that's what I meant to say. Come on, Tatis. Do what you did in San Francisco. Although this is such a funky pitcher with Justin Lawrence. He has such a weird windup and release. It's kind of submarine style a little bit. He just like hooks on the ground a lot. Oh, that's not a strike, ump. Okay, so it looks like the umpire is going to be a little crazy. But Tatis, no, couldn't level it over the second baseman. I was hoping it would lift over the top, but it does not. And that's where we fall. Maybe that's my fault, you could say, because of the bad base running. I don't know. It's who's to say? Who's to say whose fault that really is? That's a tough one. All right, we're ending the month of April, and we could be sellers now that we're looking a little worse for wear here. So we know Willie Chavez is pretty decent. He looks pretty decent right now, 70%. Shane Bagley still looks good at 50%. I'm really excited about this guy. Although, why is everybody so short? 5'11". Come on, San Diego Studios. What are you doing here? Not everybody's that short. 5'11" left field? Give me some big boys. Give me some 6'5", 6'9" players. Although this guy, Wallace Yan, just scouted 7 third basemen. I like the look of that. Where's my recently scouted list? So we got 7 new third basemen. Anybody that's decent? I mean, this guy, Gary Reyna, looks like the best one. So maybe we focus on him specifically. So let's do that. He could have really good potential. And he's kind of an under the radar prospect, maybe a 3rd round pick. So we'll finalize that. And it looks like we'll wrap up the month of April here in today's episode. We got runners on 1st and 2nd again. Manny Machado at the plate. I don't really do too well with Manny Machado, but we're going to jump back in and see if we can do this. All right, Manny. 1 out. As long as you don't ground into a double play, I will be happy. And he doesn't. Manny Machado in the right field corner. That's going to score at least 1, maybe 2. I'm sending him. Screw it. Get home. Get home. Safe. He's out at the plate. You've got to be joking me. Oh, I never learn, do I? I never learn. My bad base running. Where's Azakara? Did he already play? We'll keep Manny Machado on. Oh, whatever. Tatis, I need you to do the dang thing. I'd prefer a home run, but he's going to tie the game regardless. Fernando Tatis. Doing what he did in San Francisco. Big hit from Tatis. And they pull the pitcher. They bring in Nick Nelson. It's all crumbling down for the Phillies. Luis Camposano into the right center gap. Tatis around 2nd, on to 3rd. Should I send him home? I learned my lesson, trust me. I thought about it for a real long time. I thought about sending Tatis home. Ooh, intentional walk. The bases are loaded intentionally for Jurickson Profar. Do I have anybody? Hold on. Do I have anybody that I can pinch hit for him? We've got Cronenworth. We've got Higasioka. I don't know how to say his name. We got Jackson Merrill. I can do that. I don't care if the matchups aren't great. Jackson Merrill's a better option than Jurickson Profar. That's for sure. All right, Jackson, be the hero. You're a rookie. Be the hero. Slider a little bit early on it. Too bad this isn't a walk-off situation. Come on, Jackson. That's going to be a ball. Good eye, good eye, good eye. He's only got 190 average with runners in scoring position. Jackson, I need you to be better than that, my boy. Oh, that's going to be... No! Diving play by the second baseman, Ron Jackson! Oh, my God, I can't believe it. The diving defensive stop. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. We will jump back into the game. Kim is on at the plate with a runner on 2nd. A chance to walk it off here in the bottom half of the 9th. Kim into right field. That's going to be the end of the inning. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Do we get the win? What happened? No, we lose the game in the end? Oh, that's unbelievable. You got to think that it's my bad base running that cost us the win there, but then again, I'm not going to ever say that I did something wrong, so what could have happened if we lose that game? The world may never know. Unfortunate, but maybe we can get some wins against the Reds. The Reds suck. No, they're not. They're good. I'm a Reds fan. All right, let's jump in here with Campusaro, see if we can get the dub. Campusaro on the way to a big-time victory, hopefully. That's a big one into right field. He's not going to have a chance at it. I'm sending him home. I don't learn from my mistakes. And we're down by 1. Good job, Campusano. Big-time RBI. He's talking some trash. Love to see it. And they pull him. TJ Antone coming on. And Jackson Merrill. He couldn't get it done against the Phillies. Can he get it done against the Redlegs? We will find out. My former franchise team, we won a couple World Series with these boys. I see Ellie De La Cruz at shortstop. Can we get it past him? Merrill. Ooh. Fouled that one off. You could even say he foul tipped. Are you going to throw a sinker down low? He throws a hard sinker. And that's a check swing that wasn't a check swing. I pressed the swing button. I guess I didn't press it hard enough. I don't know. But it's a check swing ball game. We lose. Unfortunate. I'm not having a lot of luck, am I? I am not having a lot of luck jumping into these games. That's okay, though. That's all right. We are into May now. We're getting into some good stuff. I am going to go to this final series against the Diamondbacks to do one more scouting before we end the episode. So we will skip. The White Sox have offered me a trade. Kevin Pillar, 35-year-old veteran, journeyman. They want Nolan Watson. Who is Nolan Watson? 21-year-old, 61 overall C potential prospect. He's probably not going to have a future for us, but I'm not going to take on Kevin Pillar's $2.5 million. That's for sure. So you can say no to that, big boy. All right, final scouting. So we know 100% on Willie Chavez, and he is pretty much as good as I expected him to be. He looks like he can go the distance with stamina. He throws gas, and he's got a cannon of an arm. He's a very intriguing prospect. I like Willie Chavez. And then Shane Bagley, we know 95%. He's good against righties. He's got some decent speed. He can play a lot of different positions. Bagley could be a nice second-round pick for us. And then this guy right here, Gary Reyna, could have the pop. But being 5'9" at third base is just kind of throwing me off a little bit. Let's look for another starting pitcher here for this scout to look at. Let's go to just straight up starting pitchers. Okay, so who's going to be a starting pitcher that we look after? Maybe Pedro Casilla? Is he going to be the guy for me? I mean, he looks decent. At least he's big. He's 6'3". I'll keep him in mind. But then they also got Sean DeBro. Oh, I remember this guy. We looked at this guy earlier in the episode. Yeah, let's do him for sure. Let's do him for sure. And we don't need to learn any more about Shane Bagley. We've pretty much figured out all we need to know about Shane. So we will continue moving forward. Too many relief pitchers. Patrick Haynes. Ooh. I mean, I know this is... I know that he's 5% scouted, but I mean, those numbers look kind of crazy. So let's find out. I'm too curious. I'm too curious to know how real those are. So let's do that up. Final scouting, and that is going to be the episode. That is going to be the episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good time here. We changed up the formula a little bit, not one episode or one game in the episode, and then just simulating the rest of the month. Kind of jumping in here and there on different situations. That's kind of what I wanted to do with this new jump-in thing, the new critical situation thing that they added in. But right now, we're not playing very well. 15-21. It might be time to sell, and Yu Darvish is probably the guy that we sell right away. I mean, he had a decent first start, but it has really fallen off a cliff. Michael King might also be part of that selling spree that we make at the deadline. Maybe even Joe Musgrove is part of the selling spree that we have at the deadline. I'm sure we could get some decent prospects for Musgrove and King. Maybe not for Darvish, since he's 37 at this point. And then as far as people in the lineup that we would possibly consider selling, I mean, obviously Jake Cronenworth is not going to be the long-term option at first base, so he's probably got to go. Graham Powley is just not going to be it at all, regardless of what position he's going to play. Tommy Pham certainly is not the option at left field, even though he's having a decent season. Maybe we sell high on him. Who knows? Pretty much the only guys that are guaranteed for this rebuild are Fernando Tatis and Jackson Merrill. Those are, and maybe Ha-Seong Kim. Although I might be able to find somebody that would take him on for, maybe we get a decent player from him. I don't know. He's kind of like on the middle. He's on the fence. Everybody else on this team, including Manny Machado, could be gone. Like I'm willing to deal anybody except for Tatis and Merrill in the starting lineup. Pretty much everybody else I would consider. These two guys off the table, unless there's like a crazy trade where Tatis is like traded for, I don't know, freaking Ronald Acuna Jr. or something. I don't know, somebody that's amazing. But pretty much Tatis is off the table and Jackson Merrill's off the table. But everybody else up for grabs. So if you know anybody, any MLB agents and managers and coaches and GMs that you want to call up and say that we got some players, because we got some decent contracts that we want to unload, including Machado's contract, Bogart's contract especially. That's going to be in a future episode, though, as we go closer and closer to the ever-interesting All-Star Weekend / trade deadline episode. I can't wait for it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.